Are we back? You see both of them?
Ow.
Earlier it got so bad that I was gonna literally, I would have let any doctor stick any needle in there to numb it just to get rid of. That's how bad the itchiness was. It was so
I don't
bad.
remember how you were on that table that time.
Oh, I remember. That's what I'm saying. That's how bad it was. You guys.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
What are you doing?
Patiently waiting till 12 o'clock.
Sorry. Do you want to go to the store for me?
No.
How come?
Because I've been in the store all day.
But.
You're not making tonight anyway, are you?
No, I need other stuff, I think.
What do you need?
Maggie's here. Hey, Max. I'm just great. I just woke up from a very long nap. What am I doing? What are we doing? What? What'd you say?
What do you need?
That's right now. Hi, Chelsea. So basically, I have a butthole. Looks like this. Except right now, it looks like this. Except even worse. So, you know, there's a butthole, and there's, except it's like way bigger. It's like that far out, big, full of little bumps. And they're hemorrhoids, obviously. And when did it start? Was it today or yesterday?
It was today.
Yeah, so today it started to itch really bad, like so bad that, and it was like an itchy, like my nerves were needing to be scratched. Like it was so painful and so awful. I couldn't hold still. It was sending itchy shockwaves through from my butthole all the way through like my entire body, my lower body. And like I couldn't hold still, I couldn't do anything. I put the cream on, the cream made it worse. I tried pooping, that didn't work. And I finally have gotten it to calm down for like a split second, but it's still so painful and so itchy right now. And if I move at all, it might do it again. Like it keeps coming and going. And it keeps coming and going, like, oh, it'll be okay for a minute, but then if you move just even a little bit, and I just showed Danny the picture of my butthole. How did it look, honey?
Not happy.
No. And I've just been, like, there have been a few moments where I just, like, had to just get in there and just scratch the crap out of it, because nothing else would help it. So, anyway, haven't been sleeping well because of it, and I haven't been able to get much done because of it, and so I'm kind of stressing out. That's just what I do, you know, so that's what's going on with me. How's your guys' buttholes? I know, Daph. I'm trying so hard. There just have been a couple points where I couldn't even help it. It was so bad. It was so bad. I don't know if I'm like, I don't know what it is. I've had hemorrhoids my whole life, pretty much. I don't know what is so different about these, but they're just awful. Just so connected to a nerve. So the pain and the itchiness is connected to a nerve that shoots pain and itchiness throughout my whole body. It's so bizarre and it's so freaking frustrating. So I should probably pull up your comments. No. Yes. I forgot to brush my hair. I need a brush. Any brush down here? took the pink one back up.
You did?
Yeah. Thanks, Liam. All I do is complain about my body, but like sometimes it's
Where's it upstairs?
that I can think about. Huh?
Where is it upstairs?
I don't know. I just. It's funny. You sent me a message on Facebook. I haven't checked my messages on there for a while, but I will. And to be honest, it's about your dad. Uh-oh. Oh no, honey. Do you want me to read this out loud? Because I will. If not, that's okay too. You tell me what you want to do. Did you see I got you some clementines?
Mm-hmm. How are they?
They're good.
Yeah?
It's fine to read it? Okay. Hi, Shanny. I don't know if you're going to see this or read it, but I'm the one whose dad is dying from cancer, and I've been struggling with it and have had my ed behaviors come back from the stress. My dad doesn't have as much time as we had hoped for, and I may lose him in a few weeks' time because he's gotten so much worse. And I know there's nothing you can do. I was just looking for advice on handling a parent's death. You may not even see this, but I was hoping you could message me back with some messages of positivity or a favorite prayer you like or something like that. Even if you don't just know, you are the best, and myself and my little guy David love you so much. I love you both too so much. I hope your holidays are awesome for you and Danny. Thank you. I'm so sorry. I can't even. The only parent I've had die was my stepmom, and she wasn't the one that raised me or anything, so like I can't relate. Like, we were very close the year leading up to her death, but like I hadn't known her my whole childhood and all that, so I don't know exactly what that is. You know how sorry I am about your dad already, and I just can't even imagine the pain that you're feeling right now, and I can't imagine trying to navigate through your eating disorder and taking care of your son and watching over other people in your family while this is happening. Like, I cannot even imagine. You're a freaking rock star, mama, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so sorry that this is happening. And I think if I were to give advice, again, I've never experienced losing a blood parent. What's that called?
Blood relative.
Blood parent.
Okay.
I can imagine. I can't imagine. So I don't know. What would you say, babe?
Well, there's nothing really you could say.
I would say to spend every moment with him you can, for sure.
Yeah. And if it's the future looking to,
Go sit down with us. Oh, sorry, your chair's in the way.
Why did you pick on my chair?
It's so hard. I'm so sorry.
So if it's the future you're looking to, and maybe it's not, you know, I don't know. The only advice I think there ever is the knowledge that your loved one will at least pass on, or you know, or pass through the pain. There won't be any pain anymore for them, which is a big relief.
Yeah, because of cancer, they.
Yeah, when we lost my grandma
And my grandma.
and your
cancer.
grandma, you know, they were in such bad ways when they were at the end anyway. I mean, literally all of us, which is, it's not fun to say this at all,
But we were
but
begging
we were
the
all
doctors.
hoping, and we're like, look, can we just get him out of pain? You know, let's just get him moving on so that at least they're out of pain and stuff, which sucked to say and sucked to think, but it's what we felt, and I'm sure you're feeling that way too, at least to a certain level.
I remember begging for them to give my grandma as many meds as she could have.
Yeah.
Because that's how much pain she was in.
Yeah.
she was moaning and groaning, couldn't talk.
Yeah, couldn't talk, couldn't
But she was
walk,
just in
couldn't
pain.
move.
I was like, can you please just like
Yeah.
at least
It
knock
was
her
like-
out from the pain
yeah,
or something?
it was just laying there in pain.
Because
you
the
know?
very last days of cancer are horrific.
Yeah.
So I'm so sorry that he has to go through this and that
Sucks.
you do too.
But if you're looking forward, and I'm not saying you have to right now, I'm just giving you what I think.
Okay.
You know, at least have the knowledge that their mortal body will be out of pain. And I don't know if you're religious or anything like that, but
We are.
huh?
We are.
Yeah, but we are.
We believe.
And we do believe that there is a very spiritual side to everybody. Everyone has a spirit.
See him again.
Yeah. We will see him again. We'll see him in the eternities, and we'll be with him forever. Which is also really sweet to think about. Yeah, that sucks. I'm really sorry. Sorry about all of that. That's not fun, especially during this time of year, and you know. But hang in there. You're gonna make it through this.
I don't know if you're religious or you pray, but just know that we are praying for you, and that this isn't going to be easy. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say it's going to be easy, but we believe in eternity. We believe in eternal life. In our religion, like Danny and I were sealed in the temple for eternity, like not till death do you part, like forever into the next life. So we believe strongly in that, and I know from experience that once a relative passes on, they're with you. Like I've had some experiences where I know that they're with, and so is he, and where I've seen one of them and he's seen one of them. I don't know if that's comforting or more painful to hear, but I know he'll always be with you. I know he's proud of you, and I'm just sorry you have to be going through this. We're Lutheran. Okay. What are Lutherans? What is that?
For Christian? Yeah.
Yeah, never goodbye. Always see you later. Love that, Melinda.
Yeah. That's a good call.
Anyway. So everyone, please send prayers to Shelly and her whole family, or thoughts, or whatever you do. So sorry, babe. It sucks. Yeah, go spend as much time with him as you can. read to him, sing to him.
You're also saying it was affecting your eating disorder?
Oh, yeah.
That's the biggest part you probably should focus on too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't let that happen because
He wouldn't want that.
he wouldn't want that. It's not good for you. It's not good for him. It's not good for the entire relationship right now either. So be very gentle and kind to yourself too. Especially at this time, you know.
He wants you to live. He wants you to take care of his body, and right now he has no control over his own body, but you do. And so take care of it in honor of him, and just be like, you know, this sucks, everything I'm going through, but because he doesn't get a choice and I do, I'm going to choose to take care of my body and take care of my son, take care of my family, and just, you know. But you're in my prayers. I love you, honey. Thank you, and I'm with him every day. That's good. Yeah. Chelsea said, after losing my papa, I had dreams about seeing him again and him coming back to life. Yeah. I've had many, I've seen my dead relatives many times in my prayers. But like in real life, there was one experience. I'll share it with you. It's kind of sacred, but I feel like I might have told Instagram this a long time ago. I don't know. But when my grandma died of cancer, what was she at, 2016, 2015 or 16? I think.
When did we get married?
Why does that matter? We got married in 2005. Why does that matter? My grandma Isaac.
Oh, sorry.
Not
I thought you
Grandma
did one.
Hassan.
My bad.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I was
No.
like,
Grandma Isaac died.
yeah, so 2016 or 17, I think. One of those.
Definitely wasn't 7. I think it was 15 or 16. Anyway, at her funeral at our church, my grandma was actually really funny and cute because she knew she was dying, right? And she's a very logical and from the heart person. She was just amazing all around. And so she wrote out her entire funeral for us before her cancer got so bad that she couldn't write or talk or think anymore. So she wrote out the entire program, and she said, this person is going to speak for this long, this person is going to do this musical number, this person is going to lead it and direct it, this person does. And then at the very bottom of the whole thing, it says in like all caps, do not let this go over 1 hour. He's like, 'cause nobody wants to sit at a funeral for longer than an hour. So we were doing, because we wanted to honor her wishes and try and keep it under an hour, one of the musical numbers got cut, my sister. And my sister and my grandma have always talked about my sister Angela, who plays the piano. She's the best, most talented piano player I've ever seen in my life. I'm not just saying that because she's my sister. Like, it's actually true. She's brilliant. And she, I guess her whole childhood and teenage years and adulthood had been talking to the grandma about, oh, I'm going to play at your funeral. Of course you are. Of course. But there was other stuff going on. I don't remember exactly why. And I just remember she broke down to me, my sister, and was like, we've been talking about this my whole life, and now there's not enough time for me. And I was like, you know what? Just do it. Don't even put it on the program. Just get up and do it. Just like ask whoever's directing, ask them to write it into their program, and they'll just be like, oh, I guess we're having an impromptu, song from Angela. So they did that, and she went up to the piano. Oh no. She went up to the piano, and it was really hard for her. Obviously, it was hard for all of us. We were all so close with Grandma. And she started playing the musical number, and it was so beautiful. And it was, I believe, How Great Thou Art. And it was like a really beautiful arrangement. And she started crying. And I could see her crying from where I was sitting. And she just was doing her best to like play through and read her music, even though she was crying and stuff. And so I kind of like bowed my head like this, and I was thinking about Grandma. And then my head came up, and I see my grandma literally, I saw my grandma literally go up to Angela, stand behind her, put her hands on her shoulders, and Angela lost it. like you could tell Angela knew, and I knew. I could see her, and you could tell Angela knew because she was like, and just like kept playing and like kept looking behind her, and it was really, really neat. So I'm a true believer that that you'll have experiences with him once he passes on, and you might see him, you might feel him, whatever, and even if you don't, you'll be with him again, from what we believe. I don't, but if you're a Christian, you probably believe that too. So just, yeah, anyway, that was a really precious story. Do you have any stories you would want to share? Trying to think.
There are 100 times in my life where I can slow down and think and feel the presence of others, I guess.
Thanks, Rich.
You know, I don't know a specific one that I'd like to share anyway. There's that one, but I'd like to keep that. This is pretty. Yeah, I can feel them. Nothing I feel like sharing specifically right now.
Another thing for me is when my grandpa died, my grandpa Isaac, which is that grandma's husband, he died when I was 15, I think, 14 or 15. And I was really close to him too. And yeah, I would have been 14 because, so my mom, okay, so let me backtrack a little. So we had just moved in with my step family. My mom had just gotten remarried, and my bulimia was starting around that time, maybe a little bit before it. And I just remember that when we moved into the house, I put up these like glow in the dark stars on the ceiling, you know, and I tried to make it look like the actual sky. So like I did like the Big Dipper and the Little Dipper and like the three, what are those called? The Godhead? What is that called?
Okay.
There's a three thing where there's three in a row. What's it called?
Orion's belt.
Ryan's belt. And yeah. So anyway, we were hold on, I need to breathe. Gosh, I'm a mess today. It's really hurting right now. Okay, stay distracted. Stay distracted. Ew.
Do what?
Ew, show them. That's weird.
Why?
I don't know. It's just weird. Show them. So we can see what they look like. Show them.
They should start backs.
I don't know, but just show them what we're looking at. They're gonna be curious.
You're just peeking in on us. I guess.
What was I saying?
Sorry, I distracted you.
Grandpa. So Grandpa died right after my mom got remarried. Or I don't know how long after, maybe a few, I don't remember. But anyway, and my bulimia started, and my mom found out about my bulimia after my grandpa died. And like I've told you guys before, like at first she grounded me. She didn't know how to handle it. She didn't understand that it was an illness. She thought I was just being rebellious, and so she grounded me, and then she learned about it, and then she became the best ever. But I'll never forget one night she didn't want to leave my side all night. I think it was maybe the day or two after she found out about my bulimia. She didn't want to leave my side. She wanted to stay with me and have me eat and make sure I didn't throw it up. Because in her mind, that's all she could think to do. And so I remember it being like 1 a.m, and I had refused to eat at all. And she's like, you need to eat something. And I was like, fine, I'll eat some chicken nuggets from Wendy's. And she's like, okay. So we go get Wendy's at 1 a.m. It's so cute. We bring it back to the house. We were going to my bedroom, and we ate it while we were talking so that I could be distracted and da-da-da. And then I laid down with her, and we looked up at the stars on my ceiling. And I was showing her the stars that I had set up, and I was showing her like the Orion's belt and the
Little Big Dipper.
yeah, the Little and Big Dipper and stuff. And in the way that I had set it up on my ceiling, there was this one star that was like, I didn't ever notice, but it was like right in the middle of everything. I don't know, but it was like a singular star, and it was really big, and it was right in the middle of everything. And we were laying there, and my mom said, okay, here's what I want you to do. Because she loves visuals. She's just like that. It's really cute. So she was like, I want you to see how you have the Orion's belt. I want you to picture that that's the Godhead watching over you. So God, Christ, and the Holy Ghost. And I thought that was so sweet. And then she said, and then do you see that big star right in the middle right there? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that's Grandpa. And he'll be with you forever and ever and ever. And I'm not kidding. After that, for years and years that I was in that bedroom, I felt my grandpa every time I looked at that star. It was crazy. And I saw him once, but it was like every time I looked at that star, I could feel him like hugging me or something, like wrapping me with a blanket, some sort of like warmth, and you could tell it was him. You could tell it was him because he had a naughty personality, which I love. I think that's where I get mine from. And like he would swear all the time and stuff. It was wonderful. I loved it. No one else did but me. So just like, I know that's not a big deal, but for me, it's like I used that, and I remembered that story and kept using it for all of that time that I was struggling so hard. And I just would remember be crying in my room, and immediately my eyes would lock with that one big star in the middle, and I just would know that I wasn't alone.
You're really sweet. You know that?
Karina, when did you get here?
10:24 p.m. It's
How do you do
it says
that?
it right
Oh, it says it. Anyway. Trying to read your comments real quick. Thanks, Sanjana. Wow, usually hearing people talk about death is really hard for me, but it's so healing and calming to listen to. Yeah, we both, along with our families, along with our religion, have strong beliefs that life doesn't end after this. And so, as a human being, if Danny died, it would be the worst day of my life, and I would be broken as a human. But in the next life, I know that I would understand, and I would see the bigger picture and know why he had to go when he did, or why I had to go when I did, or whatever. And so it's very comforting for me to have that knowledge that, and I know this for sure because we've had some sacred moments inside the temple that I can't tell you about, where I know for a fact that Danny and I will be together after this life as well. Sometimes just holding, he will, Shelly. I hope my dad comes to visit me after he passes. I'm just not ready yet, and it's so hard. I feel it's unfair. I agree. It's totally unfair. It sucks. How old is he? I was supposed to get 6 months, and now I've got a few weeks. Oh, that's so not fair. So tell me, like, is he in the hospital right now? Is he on hospice, or is he at home with you guys? Like, he's 62. So where is he? Did he want to kind of spend his last days at home, or is he at hospice? My grandma died in hospice. So did my grandpa. My other grandma and grandpa did not, but they didn't have like cancer or anything. How did Grandma Hasley die? Why can't I remember?
I don't remember either.
You were there.
Yeah, I know. I don't remember though.
Oh my gosh, I don't remember how my grandma died. My dad's mom. He's on hospice here at home. Okay, that's good. That's really good. so you can just go in his room and talk to him whenever. Just do that. Just go in his room and read him stories. That's what I did with Danny's grandma a few years ago when she was dying in the hospital and she was living at a center. I would go and like read her stories or tell her stories, or I would sing to her and she would love it. Like she wouldn't be talking for days and days to anybody, and I would start singing How Great Thou Art, and she just would be like thank you type thing, but couldn't really talk at all. It was really, really special. So they can hear you even if they're not responding. Just talk to him and tell him, Shelly, just be like, I'm scared. I am scared to lose you, and just be open and honest and raw with him. He can hear you, and just ask him to always be with you, except I believe he will. Whether you ask or not, I truly believe he will. But maybe it would help you feel better to let out your true feelings about what's going on, and he'll be able to hear you. And you'll find that comfort. You'll find that peace and comfort. And then there will be days, probably more often than not for a while, where you can't find peace and comfort. And on those days, you have to just keep fighting and remembering that you've got a son to take care of, and that your dad will always, always, always be with you, and that you're gonna live the best life that you can in honor of him. You know? What? What? Why are you staring at me all the time?
Because you're super cute.
You're so... He and I hugged and cried today. Aw, after the nurse left, he said he was sorry that he wasn't going to be here for me like he promised. Aw. See, he loves you so much. It's not his fault. I'm sure you told him it's not your fault, Dad. Like, hello. Oh my gosh. And tell him, give him a hug from all of us. Can you do that? Can you go give him a hug? Tell him about our community. That's something you could talk to him about. I'm sure he just wants people to just talk to him. You could tell him about our community. You could tell him how your son adores me, and just he does. It's so cute.
About
how old
how
is he?
his grandson
I know.
adores somebody else.
Yeah, talk about me all night long. No, but for real, and like tell him that the whole community is sending prayers and love and hugs, and that we'll do our best to be here for you in any way that we possibly can. You know, he's 4. Yeah, David. He loves it when I sing. So sometimes I sing directly to him. I think I sang to him on his birthday and everything. I don't know. He's sweet. Is he with you right now? And the name David is very special in my family, so I love that. My cousin know him?
No.
Oh. Oh. When we first found out he had cancer, he promised me 10 more years, and he said he's sorry he couldn't do that. Tell him you gotta like inbrain it in his brain so that he can feel peace, that it's not his fault. You're not angry with him. Even if you do feel angry, that's understandable. I get it. And it's not him that you're angry with. It's just the situation. I get that. But maybe just with him, just focus on telling him that it will be okay. You'll be okay. David will be okay. The whole family will be okay. A lot of people, especially in our experience, hang on because they don't until family is okay, you know. Can I talk about your grandma?
Yeah.
What happened? I won't be specific.
What do you mean?
There just was a tension going on.
Oh, yeah.
A little tension
Go for it.
spat
Yeah.
between her kids. And what can you say? That they were just kind of apart for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just
Or,
didn't want to be together for a while.
like they just didn't even want to be in each other's lives. And So one night we went to visit Grandma, and I asked everyone to leave the room, and I whispered in her ear, and I said, Grandma, everything's gonna be okay. Everyone's gonna be okay. They'll work out their differences. They will be okay even if you leave. I promise they'll be okay. I'll make sure of that. And it was, I think, the next day that she finally went, I believe. And I believe that it's because she needed to hear that everyone was going to be okay, not just like with fights and stuff, but like in general, people's health and people's well-being and people's mental state and stuff. So I think she needed to hear that everyone will be okay and that we'll work together as a family to get through it, and that I'll make sure that her kids will, be okay, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, so sometimes they need to hear, as hard as it is, because here's the thing, I'm sorry, to get real for a minute, he's gonna die, right? Like, he's going to. And so when people are dying, like, think about if you were dying, put yourself in his shoes, what would you want to hear? If it were me, I would want to make sure that my loved ones would be okay. So if I'm ever dying and I can't talk, you need to whisper to me and tell everyone to come in the room and tell me I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. If I mean, for sure he's gonna die, and so constantly reassure him that everyone will be okay. And I don't know, but it's so hard. I'm so sorry. My dad has told me he's seeing shadow people, and I think it's our family members coming to bring him home. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we've experienced that with our grandparents too, where, in fact, was it the day you weren't there? That was crazy that day.
When?
When Danny's grandma died, it was insane. It was just a couple of years ago, I think. And it was crazy how it happened, because every single family member was there except Danny. Danny was on set. And Danny's her firstborn grandchild. So, he's known her the longest out of all the kids and stuff. And they've got a very special bond because of that. And he was stuck at work, and I was at the hospital because I went to the hospital every day to sit with her. And I just remember the doctor coming in and being like, okay, it's time. She's going to go, like, in like 10 minutes. And I'm like, what? So I frantically called Danny. He wasn't answering. So I called Paul, who, thank goodness, answered and was on set with Danny.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't on set?
He called the first AD who he knew.
Oh, he called so he called.
So the first AD comes running to me, hey, you need to answer your phone. Like, oh my gosh, what's going on?
Yeah.
So.
And he was like maybe 10 minutes away, 20 minutes maybe. And so he just got in his car and just bolted, and all of us were there. All of the, his side of the family isn't super huge because his mom only has 2 siblings. One of them has no kids at all. So, but every single person was there almost, I think. Pretty much all of us were in that hospital room. And I'll never forget this, but apparently I was the only one that kept my eyes open and looked at her when she passed. And anyway, so we called Danny and we're like, Grandma, hang on, Danny's coming. Hang on, Grandma, hang on. And he just comes in full of sweat, head to toe, like he had been running a marathon to run up the stairs to get to us and stuff. And it was about 10 minutes after that she passed. And when she did, I was holding her hand and I was looking at her face, and nobody else was. It was just too hard for them. And she just had been completely gone and like knocked out, hadn't spoken in months or weeks or something, and wouldn't even respond anymore. Like, it just was so sad. And I just saw her like take her last breath, and then she goes, and then die. It was like I saw this like huge sense of peace overcome her that was like, I'm in pain, but oh, I see you. And then she went. Like, it was really peaceful if you saw it. Those that didn't see it, so everyone but me was very traumatized. It was very sad. But I truly believe that could be what's happening with your dad, is that maybe he's seeing, the people that are in the other life that are waiting to greet him, past relatives or friends or whatever. And so just be comforted, and know if that comforts you, just know that we truly believe that you will see him again, for sure. But it doesn't make it easier, and I'm sorry you're going through this. Stop staring at me like that.
Sorry.
But isn't that crazy though that she hung on until Danny got there? Because the nurse was like, yeah, she has like 10 minutes left. Couldn't get a hold of Danny for about 15 minutes. And I was like, he's going to miss it. He's going to miss it. And she held on. And he came in. He's like, okay, I'm here, Grandma. I love you. And then she started doing her breathing, dying breathing things. And then she went. And it was so, like, she just knew. She wanted her whole family there. Samantha said, both my parents are atheists, but after my sister took her life, they wanted to wish that there was something higher than them, that she was safe. Me and my sister both went to church, and that really helped. My sister had already passed, but we couldn't get a hold of my dad because he was driving his something, I don't know what that means, and his phone was off. Man. Thank you, Shanny and Danny. This has brought me so much comfort. I wish we could do more. I know I'm still going to cry a lot, but yes, I believe I will see him again. Yeah, so just hold on to that. But also, it's important, so important to let yourself be a human. Let yourself feel whatever emotion comes up when it happens. If you feel sad, feel sad. If you have a funny memory about him, laugh about it. Even if it's an hour after he passes, whatever feelings come up, if it's anger, sadness, happiness, anxiousness, fear, anything, let yourself feel. Everybody grieves differently. Every single person is different. Some people need to remember funny things, and some people, I mean, that's kind of how you were with Grandma, right? And that's how a couple of people in my family were with my grandma. Most of us, it took us a little bit to start joking, but by the time we were at like the little luncheon after her funeral, people were like telling funny stories about her, and it was awesome. We were all just laughing together, and you know, it's hot. I need a t-shirt.
Why do you wear a big sweater?
I don't know, because it's colder.
Yeah.
Just do like just bring a couple options. But the basket and the laundry room on the island. Thank you. Yes, you will see him again. Yeah, Allie, definitely let yourself feel everything. My family all went through so many emotions for the week that we were together on vacation. And like, it could literally be like 1 second you were sobbing in sad pain, and then the next minute you're laughing because you remember something, and it's so funny. Thank you. Can you talk to me while I change?
No.
What is that? Anything else that could help, honey?
No, just, you know, what Shanny said, really.
Yeah. If anyone has a question for Danny, by the way, he's
I'm
here.
here.
That doesn't happen a whole lot. Gosh. Oh man.
What? Right here on the stairs. There's 2 other cases.
Thank you.
Sorry guys, I'm just reading all this stuff here. When did I fall in love with Shanny? I don't know.
What?
I fall in love with Shanny every day.
Did they say when?
Yeah.
When did you fall in love with me?
First moment I saw you. I can remember exactly where I was.
Where were you?
In the mall. Working in the mall. Uncle's store. Teaching the nerds how to play the games.
You literally fell in love with me at first sight.
Something was there.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So the way the mall was at this particular time of day, it's probably, I don't know.
Afternoon?
No, because the sun was in the east, so it was probably early morning, something like that, like 10 or something. Anyway, my uncle used to own a chain of game stores, gaming board games and family games and stuff like that. And he hired me to be one of the sales guys, so up front, you know, teaching everyone how to play the games and trying to sell them on stuff and whatever.
Wait, we should show them the video.
What video?
Remember the video we made together? How hilarious we were in it?
Oh yeah, no,
When
it's-
we
you can show
revamped
me.
it?
Yeah, you can show me.
I'll look for that part while you tell it.
Anyway, my buddy walks in because I just got home from a mission, and he's like, "Hey, I want to introduce you to this girl I'm really interested in." And I turn around, so I'm facing into the store, and then I turn around because he's here and I'm here, and she walks in the store, and the light just hit her perfectly. Like, I'm not joking, right out of the freaking movies, perfectly, right in the back of her head. She was much more blonde back then too, so it was like Angel walking through the freaking light.
This was
of
his
heaven.
reenactment of it?
And he walks in, it's like super slow-mo for me at that time, and she's like, I'm like, oh, she's pretty cute. She's my buddy's girl at this point, so I can't really pursue anything, but
Yeah.
I'm like,
Aw.
she cute.
And I kid you not, guys, it literally goes slow motion. And you know, like the song, any cool hot love song or whatever, like baby, yeah, and she comes walking through.
The wind machine, remember?
Yeah.
This is fun to film.
Oh, we got a little wind machine going and everything.
Hi, I'm Shannon.
Hi. Anyway, so she walks in.
This wind machine.
I
We
forgot we totally had the fan in there.
Yeah, the
with
wind machine scene took at least an hour's worth of tries to
Yeah.
get it right. It was
Yeah.
so hard. But did you notice my eyebrow?
Mm-mm.
Do you remember that we did that too? We wanted to time my eyebrow to when it said, "Let's get it on,"
Oh,
and it did.
Oh, yeah.
So watch closer.
Yeah, and she comes walking through.
You did so good at acting her.
Yeah, that wasn't hard. I just remembered what that did. So.
So watch right here.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
Hi, I'm Shannon.
Hi. Anyway, so she walks in. Beautiful.
Anyway, I'm just going to call it at that.
So
That was the time I fell in love with her.
Aw.
Anyway.
In love?
Well, love is a growing thing because again, I'm still falling in love with you every day. So, ooh yeah. So there.
Okay.
There's your answer.
Good night, Shelly. I love you. You're in my prayers.
Hi, Jelly.
Please hug your dad for us, okay?
Yep.
Tell
Have a
him
good
we're
night.
praying for him. This is your first year on YouTube. You told all your first stories together, and they are all sickeningly sweet. What other first stories
Thanks, Steph.
were there?
Well, maybe you should watch that whole video sometime.
What are you talking about, Steph? Maybe like when we held hands, or when
Yeah,
you said it, or
yeah.
when I gave you a blowjob.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Okay. Anyone else have a question while Danny's here? You wanna know when I fell in love with you?
When?
It was when I've told this story, but I know there's a lot of new people, so I should tell the whole thing. So I was dating, when I met Danny, I was dating Jameson, which is the friend that he grew up with. Which was the friend that he grew up
Sorry.
with. and are you okay?
Yep.
Sorry. So I was dating Jameson. Jameson's who introduced me to you at the
Yes.
mall. And then we broke. I had set you up with my sister.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Which is fine.
I've seen my husband make out with my sister many times.
I've seen you go with Marshall. Beat that.
He's not your brother though.
You're right. It's worse.
True. Anyway, so Jameson and I broke up, and I started dating Marshall, which was Danny's roommate, who also was his companion on his mission. And he was great, wasn't he? Describe Marshall in 3 words.
What's this rated?
Well, he was charming, but that's it. He was, the real him was not pretty. Like, he would basically tell me I was fat all the time. Like, we would go to a restaurant and I would order a salad or something because I knew he would say something. And he just would be like, "You're going to get dressing on the side, aren't you?" And I'm like, anyway. So there was a time Marshall was like a physical trainer, something. And he started getting really distant from me. And I called him, and I hadn't seen him in like a week, and I'm like, "Hey, do you want to hang out? We're like engaged," basically, because he asked me to marry him. And I was like, "We're engaged, and I haven't seen you in a week." And he's like, "I'm so busy at work. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Okay, well," and this was a Friday night, I remember. And I'm like, "Okay, well, see you when I see you." And he was like, I'm stuck at work all night long. It's awful." So I was like, and at this point, Danny had broken up with my sister, and Danny still lived with Marshall, but Danny was at their apartment. And I was like, I'm just going to hang out with Danny because we were still really good friends after. And so I go to the apartment, and we were the type of friends that you don't knock before you just kind of walk in. So I walk in the apartment, and I see Marshall with a girl doing things on the couch. And I froze. And Danny didn't know what was happening. He was back in his room and didn't know. And I just froze and looked at him, and I was like, what do I do? And as soon as I snapped out of it, I left, and I got in my car, and I started sobbing. And I don't know, maybe like 5 minutes later, I hear a knock on the window, and I'm like, "Great, it's Marshall coming to explain why he's cheating on me and make up some kind of lie and da-da-da." And I look up, and it's Danny that's knocking on the window. And he's like, "Let me in." And so I let him in, and he just like grabbed me like this and just held me, and I just sobbed in his arms. And that's when I was like, "Oh, my best friend." He's been there all along. I love him so much. I don't know. That was the moment for me. By the way, I never saw Marshall again. It's the last time I saw him. Never got closure. Nothing. And
You know,
he
yeah.
also didn't get closure because one day Marshall just up and left. Didn't tell Danny he was leaving. And left his key on the counter with no rent or anything. So
He took my
he
table.
took his grandpa's table
Son of a-
and just left and didn't leave money and just like a key, no
Yeah.
note, and he just
Yeah.
disappeared. Like we never saw him again.
Nope.
So
Whatever.
I think that was
Lenny,
that moment.
he was a
Or you did.
a brother on a
Oh.
mission, on my mission. He was really cool, which is
Mhm.
why like we made so many
Mhm.
plans together. Like, dude, we're so cool together. Let's move in and we'll
He's very charming.
get motorcycles together. Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and we'll just have this blast and we'll have just a fun
Yeah.
time. That's why we moved in together. 'Cause
Yeah,
we're
he's
like,
a fun
oh my
person
gosh,
for sure.
me and Marshall go way back and we're so cool. Anyway, so no, he was he turned a 180 when we got home from the Mish.
Mm-hmm. But he was still able to be super charming and have fun. And he would like try and force me. I think I've told this story before, but I'll tell you again real quick. There was one time where I wanted to wait till marriage to have sex. And he proposed to me when I told him that because he wanted to have sex with me apparently. And so when we would like make out with each other, he would always try and go too far and like too close to just doing it. And I kept telling him, no, like I don't want to do this before marriage. I want to wait. And there was even a night where he was on top of me on the floor. We're just making out, and he started like trying things. And I literally was like, stop, no. And he kept going. And I was like, stop, I don't want you to do this. And he just kept going. And finally, I just like used all of my strength that I could and just literally like pushed him off of me and like started crying and stuff. And then it was about maybe the next day or the day after, we were at the house and my house, and I was downstairs, or he was downstairs in my bathroom, and I was like, you know what? The only way this guy's gonna like me is if I have sex with him, so I'm gonna go have sex with him. And so I go down to the bathroom, and he's in there, and I come in, and I start making out with him, and I start taking my clothes off, and he goes, hey, how dare you? Like, I am saving myself for marriage. I'm not gonna have a sex with a hoe like you.
Oh my gosh, seriously?
Like, why are you being such a slut? Like, he totally shamed me for it. He was such a gaslighter. Like, he set me up for it to make it look like he would push the boundaries. And then once I was like, okay, I'll have sex with you, he's like, how dare you? Like, it was awful. I hated him. You haven't told the blowjob story in a while. New people need to hear that. It's like an initiation to the community.
I'm begging her not to tell it while I'm here.
He gets really uncomfortable when I tell it, and he's here.
So I'll leave,
Do you want to leave?
and you can tell. Because I think I need to take a little power nap before my excursion later.
This story is coming up on our podcast. It'll be one of the first
That's
I tell.
fine. I don't care about that.
I'm telling
No
them.
one listens to podcasts anyway.
My podcast.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Come on, I'm joking.
Are you really gonna take a nap?
I'm tired for like 3 hours.
Does that make it hard last time?
No. I'm just gonna be in here just playing on my phone. If I fall asleep, I fall asleep.
Danny has to run an errand at midnight. Well, let's just ask, who has not heard the blowjob story? If enough people have not heard it, then I'll tell it. And if not, you can wait for the podcast where, yeah. I know. Wow, that's so manipulative. I'm so glad you ended up with Danny. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure God brought you two together. I agree. He totally did. Yeah, he was and he would do little stuff like that all the time, but that was the biggest thing I remember. Like, he just would set up a situation to make me look bad, and I don't know, he just was awful. Anyway. everyone here knows it. Everyone knows it. No, don't you tell them. This is my story. This blowjob story should never be told by anybody but myself. So, yeah, I think that no, everyone here has heard it. I told my friend about you today, and she's gonna check out your videos. Yay! Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, see, I think everyone's heard it because no one's saying anything. So, what else could we talk about? Ask me a question, because I have a lot of stories in my life. So I'm trying to think of one that either I've never told you or I haven't told you in a while. Oh, I have to tell it. You haven't heard it? Okay, we have one person. Shh, don't say it. Don't say it, Julia. I know. Please don't. Right now it's 50-50, so we have one person that hasn't and one person that's like, don't do it. I don't know. And I don't know. I'll probably try and save it for like the second or third podcast, but that is the story that Jeremy wants me to tell the most. He's very excited about it. It's gonna be amazing. You're pretty new. Okay, fine, I'll tell it. Once upon a time, in the land of mine lands, Danny and I got married. And like I was telling you before, I wanted to wait to have sex till marriage. And I grew up very sheltered when it came to sex. My mom taught me sex by literally drawing me 2 stick figures on top of each other, and that's it. That's all I knew about sex. And because I hadn't had like any repressed memories coming up yet or anything like that, so like I really didn't know anything about it. And I knew that I wanted to give Danny a blowjob on our wedding night, and I was really excited to do it. And so we went to the hotel. We went in the hot tub, and I was like, Danny, can you stand up out of the water? I can't tell without laughing. It's impossible. I said, can you stand out of the water? I want to give you a blowjob. And he was like, okay. So he Oh no. Okay. My poor innocent brain. So he stands up out of the water. I just remember friends being like, you have to give him a blowjob. And I'm like, oh, I totally will. So he stands up out of the water. And I went up to it and I went. And I literally blew on it. And so I'm gonna cry from laughing. And so Danny Danny, who is the sweetest person in the world, he looks down and he's like, oh my gosh, he looks down and he's like, what you doing down there? And I was like, I'm giving you a blowjob. And he's like, oh, thank you. How about you try it this way too? And then he taught me how to really do it and whatever. But the problem is he never corrected it. He never told me that was actually not a thing to blow on someone's penis. That's not a blowjob. So 3 years later, I believe, we were in the shower together and I was like, ooh, I haven't given him that other kind of blowjob since our wedding. And I was like, ooh, I'm gonna try that. And so again, I leaned over in the shower and I went, and he goes, babe, we need to talk. Oh man, I can't even. Oh my gosh, they should call it a suck job. Why do they call it a blow job? How am I supposed to know that? They should call it a suck job. What you doing down there? Oh, thank you. Oh no. I'm sorry, but it seems so strange to me that you would share a story about you and your husband when he's not even comfortable enough to be in the room to hear it. I don't know. I don't get it. He's there and he approves, he said. He just doesn't, why is it that you don't like me to tell it in front of you? Yeah, he's fine. I think he just gets, not embarrassed, but like, I don't know. What is it, babe? Yeah, he's embarrassed for me, probably. But yeah, no worries. I wouldn't do it if I really thought I was hurting my husband. I'm not like that. My butthole itches so bad. You didn't know about the second blow? That was the best one because he's like, babe, we need to talk. Oh man. Yeah, I don't share things that Danny doesn't want me to share. He just doesn't want to be in the room for it. But he approves fully, always. Like, I respect the things that he and I have both decided to not share with you guys. Like, the biggest one is why we split up a year into our marriage. I'll never share that with you guys because that's, you know, probably our most painful time in life, and it's stuff that I wouldn't want to risk judgment and I wouldn't, you know what I mean? And it was a long time ago, so like, we discuss things, you know, we discuss what's okay to share and what's not, and he's totally okay with me sharing this. He always has been. He thinks it's hilarious. He just, I don't know. Anyway, so that's a blowjob story. I will be telling it again on my podcast, so be sure to. Sounds like a healthy relationship. Yeah. It was hard at first to navigate, like, what do we tell online and what do we don't? And when it came down to it, I slowly told you guys about my life and what I went through and the abuse and stuff that I went through. And then as far as Danny goes, we don't really talk a lot about anything he's been through if he's not comfortable with it. And we talk about that. So, yeah. So, I'm not disrespecting him or anything. He's okay with it. Okay. Any other questions? Should we sing a song or should we do some more questions? What do you guys want to do? I'm gonna eat another clementine because these are really good. Maybe it was a different story. I don't know. But it will be forever be on our podcast. I know I've told it on this channel in a video before, but this will be like forever out there. You can go listen to it anytime you want. So I have to figure out a way to tell it without, like, I'll do the actions because we have a YouTube channel. We'll be filming ourselves, but everyone who's listening on like Spotify and Apple and stuff, they're not going to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to have to figure out comically how to tell the story and also explain what I'm doing at the same time. So, but look forward to that. You look so young. What's your secret? That's from Roses and Peonies. Thank you. I don't know. My mom doesn't age very fast either. She's, here, let me show you my mama. She is 60, let's see, 62. And this is what she looks like. I can find it. Well, this was like 3 years ago, but you get the point. That's my mom. So this is her at 59 years old. What? This one's a little bit more recent of her and my stepdad. Isn't she beautiful? I don't go tanning, but I did in high school, and it gave me skin cancer. Pre-cancer, melanoma. Pre-melanoma, I had this like black mole on my face that was pre-melanoma, and I had to get it removed so that it didn't spread anywhere else. Yes, I do wash my face with dish soap or antibacterial hand soap, but I don't know why that works for me, and for other people it makes them break out, but for me it works. We're all different. We all have different skin, so it's like hard to share. When people share what they do with each other, I'm always like, yeah, but what if they don't have your skin type? You know what I mean? So we live in a really dry place, which is good because naturally I am kind of oily on my face. So growing up, I would wash my face with moisturizing washes and like the fanciest, most expensive face washes and stuff when my mom got remarried and we could afford that. But it just made me break out more. And after a while, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna use hand soap. And so I use hand soap, and then sometimes I use dish soap because I fill our hand soap dispensers with dish soap. This one's my favorite. It's just like palm olive orange. It smells amazing. It's antibacterial. And I think it just soaks up the grease like it does with your dishes. So for me, it works. People make fun of me all the time, and I get it. But for me, it works. So, yes, good memory, Steph. I did have my original hairline removed. This is a fun story. Okay, so when I was born, well, when I was little, I had a widow's peak that came, hold on, I have to find it with my wrinkles. Okay, see that? So I had a widow's peak that was that big, like huge. And I was really self-conscious of it. I was always made fun of for it. People would call me Dracula and all kinds of things. And so in high school, I started shaving it. I started shaving it every day. And you could still kind of see. I mean, it still had like a little bit of a shadow. So I would put on so much makeup to try and cover it. And then eventually I got it laser removed. And I wish I would have just waited, because people in my family, our hairlines recede naturally. And so if I would have just waited, it probably would have gone away, because it literally went down to here and my forehead was so small, and now it's like bigger. And if I would have waited, it would have worked itself out. So I also used to shave these because I've always been self-conscious of these, because my hair won't grow longer than that on my sideburns. And so it's hard for me to, right now I can, but like I have to keep reminding myself to do that or it'll just fall down. So there was a time that I also shaved these off, and that was awful when I grew it back. It was so ugly when I grew it back. It was fantastic. So yeah, but the laser removal worked. So if anyone's thinking of getting hair removed laserly, it works. Worked for me. Aw, thanks, Julia. You're beautiful, just like your mother, and you always will be. XOXO. Thanks, Julia. I love you. My mom is a beautiful human. My grandma Isaac, I'll show you a picture of her too. My mom's mom, that we were talking about earlier, that died from cancer. She also always looked really young for her age. If I can find it. Hold on. There she is. So she would have been, let's see, 70? I don't know, I don't remember, but that's my grandma. She's so cute. So yeah, kind of just, I guess it just runs in the family that, but my other siblings, actually, yeah, they are. Angela does look, I think she looks younger than she really is. Michelle kind of does. No, she does, because she's like, how old is she? She's like 40, 40, I think. I think she's 40. And she definitely does not look 40. She looks 30. And my brother is bald, so it does make him look older, but like his face doesn't look older. It looks really young. Any other questions? It's fun talking about like my childhood or my past or stories like that. Anyone have a topic? Steph, can you think of a good one that I should tell? Steph knows all my stories. Steph went back from day one and watched every single video of mine. And she has an impeccable memory, so she'll never forget. So I always reference her. I'll be like, Steph, what year did I make this video? Or what month did I start this project or whatever? And she'll always have the answer. Like, she's awesome. But yeah, she's the one giving me all these story ideas. So, God, can you think of other good stories that I haven't told in a while? I could tell about my maybe I'll just start telling a random childhood story and something else will come up. I remember one of my favorite things, my sister Michelle, who's the second oldest, it goes Angela, Michelle, Mike, and then me. And we had 4 bedrooms in our little house, and so someone always had to share a room. And once I got too old to sleep in the same room with my brother, I started sleeping with my sisters in their room, and I would switch rooms each year. And Angela hated when I was in her room. And I hated it too, because she would sleep naked. She would take up like all the space except one little corner. Like, she just hated having me in there. It was awful. But when it was Michelle's year, she would just go out of her, it was so cute. I'm sure she didn't want me in her very own room either, but she would like hang up sheets and tack them to the ceiling as like dividers, and make my bed have like a canopy, is that what those are? And like, she would brush my hair and dry my hair, and we would play games, and we would she just was, so there was a big difference between those sisters growing up. So there's a story. Okay, that didn't spark anything for me. Hold on, what else can be sparked? Help me spark, guys. Michelle also saved my life one time. I haven't told that story in a long time, like a long time. Yeah, I loved it too. Well, with Michelle, I love Angela, but it just wasn't fun. Yeah, when I was little, we went to Lake Powell, and we had like a houseboat that we rented with my dad's, well, basically they rented it and they let us come because we didn't have any money. I didn't know how to swim yet, and I was really young, and I was out in the water all day. I had my life vest on all day, playing in the water. I had to go to the bathroom,
So I came in, I took off the life jacket, pulled down my suit, went to the bathroom, and then when I pulled it up, I had been in the water for this is what I think happened. I'd been in the water for so long that it was like my life jacket was imprinted on me. Like I felt like I was still wearing it even though I took it off. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of that could have happened. So I didn't put it back on because I guess I just wanted to get back out to the water as soon as I could. So I run out and I jump in the water and I realize I'm not floating, I'm drowning, I'm sinking. And I was like, oh, that's a good one, Steph. See, Steph has good stories. Okay. So I just remember sinking and seeing like the ladder to the houseboat probably, I don't know, maybe 6 feet away. So I couldn't reach it. I didn't know how to swim. I could feel myself sinking. I knew I was about to drown. And all I started doing was kicking because I knew you kicked when you swim. So I kicked as hard as I possibly could. And I would kind of like, my hand would like bob in and out of the water. And there was a point, and I can picture this clearly, like the water, the sunlight was coming through it. It was really green. I was seeing little fish swimming around. And I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm about to drown. I'm about to die. And I kept just like pumping and I just like said a prayer and I was like, please, please, please. And all of a sudden I feel this hand grab me, and it was my sister Michelle. Happened to be, because everyone else was out on water toys doing their own thing. And it was just me playing in the back of the boat in the water by myself. And she just happened to be there in time. So she pulled me out, saved my life. It was so scary. Okay. The Halloween story. I'm an idiot. Okay. So it was right after my parents got divorced, and we moved to the city that my grandma lives in, which is where my mom, you know, the house my mom lives in now, that was my grandma's house. And we had a little apartment that was probably, I don't know, maybe like 4 miles away, but only if you like cut through the city, you know? I don't know how to explain that. Anyway, it was far away, but to me, it didn't seem far because we would get in our car from our apartment and drive there and be there in 5 minutes. So in my stupid little brain, I was like, oh, okay, not that far. So I invited a friend from my old school because it was really hard for me that I had to move. At that age, I was 14, and I invited her over for Halloween, and we went trick-or-treating in my neighborhood, and then we were like, I'm bored, what should we do? And I was like, let's just walk to my grandma's house, like, no big deal, let's walk to my grandma's, and that way we can walk past the house of the boy that I really like. And so we start walking, and of course, the walk was very different from driving. And this was back when we had to walk through like this road that was a long road. It was pitch black. There was no moon that night. People kept driving by and honking at us, and it took us about 4 hours, I believe, to get to my grandma's house. We got there like, I don't know, midnight, maybe even 1, I don't know. But it took forever to get there. It was so embarrassing. We had to walk through these like scary fields, and it just was terrifying because it was out in the middle of nowhere and it was pitch black. We finally got there. I felt so bad. Of course, my grandparents were warned about, because my mom was looking for me, because I was supposed to be home at 10, and my little brain was like, oh, it's like 5 minutes away. We'll just go and come right back. So I got in trouble, of course, with my grandparents, and then went home to my mom, got in big trouble. She was like, you need to go to your room for the rest of the night, like, go. So I go up to my room, and I'm like crying because I feel so bad. And I went to change my clothes, and before I took anything off, I hear something in my closet, and then I see a man jump out in one of those like scream masks, the long masks with like black cloak, and he's totally covered in black, and he just comes right up to me and just grabs me and won't let me go. And I forget what he was saying, but whatever it was terrifying. Like, I thought I was about to be murdered or raped or something. Like, it was so scary, and he just wouldn't let me go. I was trying to fight him. He wouldn't let me go. He wouldn't let me go. I was like screaming, crying. And then after maybe 5 minutes of that, he got in front of me and took off his mask, and it was my brother-in-law, Sean. And so I went to tell my mom, and I was sobbing, and she's like, that's what you get. That's how scared I felt for you. I thought you were dead. I thought you were kidnapped, and you scared me that bad, so I wanted to scare you too. And you know what? I can't fault her for that. It's a good thing she did, because that's not true. I did more dumb things, but anyway. Yes, Angela got the bee stinger out, and Michelle saved my life. I was stung by a bee for the first time when I was a little girl. I think I was 9-ish. I don't know. And it was just me and my sister Angela at home. And we went outside, and we were just like hanging around on the grass under a tree. And I had like a skirt on, but I had underwear on. I had like a skirt on. And I was just laying there, and all of a sudden I felt a sting in my pee hole, and the bee somehow stung directly in my pee hole. I'm not kidding. Somehow it stung through the underwear and went directly in my pee hole. So Angela had to yes, they planned it. They planned to scare me like that because I scared her like that. And so Angela had to pull the stinger out of my pee hole, and it was very embarrassing and unpleasant. And I've had pee hole problems ever since then, and I have a feeling that maybe there's part of the stinger still in there. Who knows? But anyway, so that was really fun. Yeah, it was terrifying, and it taught me a good lesson. Like, listen to your mom, go around the neighborhood and come back home, you know? Like, you're still a child. I know you're a teenager and you feel like you can do anything, but like, you're still a child. So I expect you home at 10 p.m. You go do the neighborhood for an hour and come home. So kind of glad she did that. It taught me a very good lesson. Yeah. Oh, it was so painful. I can't even tell you. Getting stung in the pee hole, it was excruciating. It was so bad. And I love that I think I've been stung a total of 2 or 3 times in my life. And the first one was directly in my pee hole. So that's a normal thing, right? I know, she was very brave. She had to get tweezers, and I really don't think she got it all out. I really don't. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, what else? Should we sing a song now, or do you want to keep doing questions or stories? What do you guys want to do? Because I'm going to go here in like 10 minutes, probably. And it freaks me out because there was a time later when Danny and I were first married, and I got a bee sting on the back of my calf, and it spread like an infection like that big. So I had a big red mark on the back of my calf, like that big. It was bumpy and itchy and red and irritated and stuff. So I wonder if I'm like allergic to bees a little bit, and so that makes me wonder, is this what a lot of my pee hole problems are about? Who knows? I don't know. You got bit by a bat in your crotch? Right, and you had to get rabies shots in the personal area. Oh my gosh. Okay, you win. That's way worse. Oh my gosh. I'm sure I have brought it up. Maybe I should again. Julia, that sucks. Like, because it was a double whammy. First, you get bitten in the vag, and then they have to stick stuff up there and stick a needle in it. It climbed into your jeans? What? That's beautiful. They look great, Daph. Beautiful. Did you do that because what I do? Were you trying to copy me? That's adorable. Cute. They look adorable. They look good. Love it. Love it, love it. Okay, I think I'm gonna sing a song and then I'm gonna go. So what do you guys want me to sing? Okay, let's see. I loved your tree. I commented on it. It was beautiful. I loved it. It was a struggle. It's hard, but you did a great job. It looks amazing. During the night, a bat got in somehow and got into my jeans. When I pulled them down and a bat flew out, I just screamed, "Oh my gosh, I can't imagine." That's horrifying. That is just horrifying. What? Oh, holy night or what? Silent night? Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of our dear Savior's birth. Is the music too loud? Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh, hear the angel voices, oh, night divine, oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, holy night, oh, night divine. So hard to sing. Truly, he taught us to love one another. His law is love, and his gospel is peace. Chains shall he break, for the slave is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. sweet hymns of joy. In grateful chorus grace we let all within us praise his holy name. Christ is the Lord. Let ever praise we all night when Christ was born. I didn't want to attempt that high note today. I don't think I could have done it today, so sorry about that. Okay, any other requests? That song is impossible to sing. I don't get how people sing that. No? What are you talking about? What? Where? On your Christmas tree picture? Is it the happiness one? What are you talking about? On your last picture? On the ice cream one? This one? Or this one? This one? Thanks, girl. This one? Oh, no, that's something else. Hold on. I know what you're talking about. Are you talking about like the saying back there? Happiness, something in times of something of the light. Oh, there's 5 pics. Oh, I didn't even see that. Okay, hold on. One. Oh, I knew that. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. The last. Oh. You have the front? Where did you get that? Are you serious? She has the poster from Friends. That is cool. Did you just like find it on Amazon or something? That is so cool. That's like the coolest poster I've ever seen in my whole life. Wow. Nice. Oh, I got it immediately. Come on. We're friends, twins, you and me. Okay, what else should I sing, guys? We can do... We can do the ones we've done already. Mary, Did You Know? We can do Silent Night. We can do Jingle Bells. What else is there? Let's see. Last Christmas, Silent Night, the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting. Santa Baby. Mary, Did You Know? Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch. That is so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna find one on Amazon for myself. That's incredible. Baby, It's Cold Outside. Anyone? Should I just like pick my own and keep whatever? I can't stay, I have to head off to bed. That's okay. But I just wanted to pop in and say, hey, I had a small relapse recently, but I'm back on recovery fighting strong. Back in recovery fighting strong. Love you all. Have a great night and day. I love you too. Shook as a look and good for you. That's how, guys. If you have a slip, don't give up. Try again. Get back on the train. Good for you. I'm very proud of you. You want the Grinch?
Tyson Anytizers Chicken, the perfect snack for intermission. Keep it real. Keep it Tyson Anytizers.
Yes, I did. You're a mean one. Whoops. Mr. Grinch, stop singing with me! You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cat. Shh, stop singing with me. Okay, hold on. I need to find a different one because that's driving me insane. I can't sing. I don't know how you're gonna sing it, and so it doesn't work. Let's try this. You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. I know it's the best stuff. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. Can I sing something else? I don't want to sing this. I'm gonna look while I'm singing. You nauseate me. I don't know if that's the words. You're a monster, Mr. Grinch. Your heart's an empty hole. Your brain is full of spiders. You've got garlic in your soul, Mr. Grinch. I wouldn't touch you with a 39.5-foot pole. You're a vile one, Mr. Grinch. There's termites in your smile. You have all the tender sweetness of a seasick rabbit. Where Are You Christmas? That's a good one. Where is it? Hold on. I just saw it.
First land party on Portal. Now, I need a super cute virtual holiday outfit. So, wow.
I love Rebel Wilson. She's so funny. If you're gonna sing with me, we're not gonna do this. It's gonna sing with me. Hold on. What are you supposed to do right here? Where are you, Christmas? Why can't I find you? Why have you gone away? Where is the laughter you used to bring me? Why can't I hear music play? My world is changing and rearranging. Does that mean Christmas changes too? I don't know if this fits my voice. Where are you, Christmas? Do you remember the one you used to know? And at the same one, see what the time's done. Is that why you have wow, wow, wow. Christmas is here everywhere. Oh, Christmas is here if you care. Oh, I was not prepared for that. If there is love. What do you, wait, what? Hot and human. This is not fit my voice at all. Can we move on? I don't want to sing the 12 Days of Christmas. What else? I feel you, Christmas. I know you found us. You never fade away. The joy of Christmas stays here inside us. And every heart with love. Will you, Christmas, mistletoe, fill your heart with love? I don't think I'd be good at that Bieber song, to be honest. I don't think it fits my voice. But what else? I'll Be Home for Christmas, the Christmas song. I'm not doing the hippopotamus, not today, but I will do it again. It's coming, trust me. Holly Jolly Christmas, I'll Be Home. Feliz Navidad, Silent Night, Hallelujah. I wonder what version this is. Hold on, I want to hear this version of Hallelujah. The TMI was that my
Grab
butthole
Taco Bell's Nachos Party Pack whenever you're dressing up to stay in or witnessing a miracle.
is in excruciating pain and excruciating itching. And it's like that type of itch. I'm trying to not scratch it, but it's so hard, and it's like on a nerve, so it's like shooting pain and itchiness throughout my whole lower body. So right now I'm doing okay. I'm holding still. Okay, let's see what version this is. And I heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this, the four... Yeah, literal itchy butthole. I knew someone would say that. The baffled king composing hallelujah. Full time of the year, lights fill the streets, things so much cheer. I should be playing in the winter snow. I'ma be under the mistletoe. I don't wanna miss out on the holidays, but I can't stop staring at your face. I should be playing in the winter snow. I'ma be under the mistletoe with you. Na na na, you, shawty with you. You under the mistletoe. Yeah, bet we don't have ice, but Danny's gonna go out and get us some ice in a little bit. Okay. Should we just be done? What do you guys think? First one.
Let's see what Pentatonics has. Okay. Mary, did you know? It's not karaoke, is it? I do too, Hallelujah. What's my note? Seriously? You don't give me a chord? Please the Lord, when you don't. Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, baffled king composed it. That won't work. Let's try this. It's the same key. Hold on. We can do Mary, Did You Know? Or unless I can find a different key. Hold on. Yeah, they don't have it. Wait. No. Aw. Love you, Deb. Deb, thank you. That's really sweet. Silent night. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna go. That is not pretty at all. No. Mm-mm. No, 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 no.
Feel the Hall's pulling breath. Halls, breathe it in.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Why am I eating? Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. You do karaoke way too often to not have to go to an instrumental. Once you find the ones you like, you should favorite them. I know. Why do I keep doing that? Holy night, shepherds quake at the sight. Love you, girl. Good night. Glory streams from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior. Whoa. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light. My voice is going, guys. Radiant
and beams from thy holy face. With the dawn of redeeming grace, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. All right, thanks for hanging out, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you tomorrow for something. And remember forever and always that you're beautiful, you are worth it, and I am too. Good night, guys. Love you.